I guess, puzzle-solving music? I don't know what we're gonna... Hold on. You know what? I gotta have something for this. Where's the Crossings of Eventide music, actually? Hold on, I totally got this. Let's see. Crossings of Eventide was... Which Witcher song? Duskmaven Temple. Go back from whence you came. Let's see how that one is. Let's see if this is going to set the mood for some nice puzzle setting music. Yeah, this will do nicely.
Oh boy.
$1.50 Costco hot dog. Perfect. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Wonderful. Then we will begin. Last session where we left off. Your group started off continuing on your journey to collect Eridanos' star pieces. Managing to successfully get one of the next ones you needed and having another vision, you decided to take a pit stop back in the city of Ank'Harel, so you could turn in a quest reward for the Consortium of the Vermilion Dream. Heading to the Consortium's new hideout after a conversation with the Owl in which it was planned to permanently take care and rid the Consortium of Dendarin and Vril, your group took what you knew and what you were able to achieve and told the Owl you were willing to proceed with this plan before heading to meet with Dendarin himself. Upon meeting with Dendarin, your group spoke with the faction leaders and were offered hefty reward, as well as an alternative option, as well as some reasoning behind Dendarin's option. Where Dendarin told you that Vril had been hiding information that potentially jeopardized the entirety of your group's mission. Listening to this, you weighed your options and were considering going with his side of things before you turned in some items to have them turned into ruidium counterparts and left to head back to your airship that night so you could continue on your journey. On your way to your airship, you were pursued by Aloysia, who spoke with your group and pleaded that you assist her in trying to find some sort of middle ground, not offering you the same rewards, per se, as Dendarin or the Owl might have offered, or even the same stable plan. But with your group looking to find some middle ground as well and see the better side for the Consortium in the end of the day, you decided to go along with her, or at least promise her that you would try and help her when you came back to the city. So that's where we left. You headed onto your airship and flew out into the desert sands of Marquette again. This time, however, pursuing the jungle. As you flew along, you eventually made it to a strange temple built into the side of a small hill in the middle of the jungle. Heading in, through a starry gate, you were all put into different rooms in what looks to be some sort of, perhaps, old wizardly schoolhouse. Alchemy room, celestial watchtower, a laboratory, and a scholarly writing desk. You were all separated from one another in separate chambers, with little symbols floating around in different places, bubbling in cauldron pots, shown through the stars, or simply meshed through the papers of lab equipment. Examining these symbols, below them were colors in the form of twinkling stars, small circles, or whatever have you, leaving your group perplexed as to what to do next. Let me go ahead and send to all of you the keys that you will need to hopefully solve this puzzle. Throughout this session, I'm going to sprinkle hints on you if I feel like you guys are struggling too much, but we'll see if those are necessary. Maybe you'll solve it instantly, who knows. Either way, each of you is going to get a different image to go ahead and describe the rules for this puzzle. You are not allowed to share this image with other people. You can't screenshot it, you can't draw out these symbols, you can't do any of that. You can describe them with your words, however you please to describe them, and communicate them in whatever needs are necessary. Eridanis, I'm putting you on this map. Only you are allowed to use this, but you can draw whatever you want on this based on what the others tell you.
Hell yeah.
You are the scribe. The others are getting their puzzle pieces. Let me go ahead and take some screenshots here and send these around.
Let's draw these.
All right, Karma.
Wait, if I can't show them, I can't draw them here. Never mind.
You can't. Yeah.
You can. You're allowed to draw whatever you want, Eridanis.
Okay.
They are going to get images, and you are okay. It will understand once you get the images. The images they get will have shapes and symbols on it, Eridanis. Yours is only going to have colored circles.
Sir, yes, sir.
How the fuck do I just go?
So, what you're allowed to do is you're allowed to draw whatever you want, Eridanis. You are free game to do whatever you want. They can't draw anything, however. They have to describe it all verbally. Here's yours, Eridanis. This is all you get.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Good luck.
Years of Destiny raid callouts prepare me for this moment.
Okay.
You may start solving it however you want. You may roleplay or fanfare if you like.
Okay, so hold on. Where is everybody? Let's just get some descriptions. Where the hell is everybody located? Eridanis will say this, realizing that no one else is around.
Oh.
You can all hear each other's voices, but you can't see each other.
Where are the rest of you?
Somewhere, I guess.
What can we see?
You can see the surrounding room that you're in that I described to you last session. I can give you a reiteration if you'd like.
Yes,
but the rooms are fairly simple. And that's it. You can so to re-describe it, for everyone's sake. Eridanis finds himself currently inside of a scribe's quarters. It's a simple room with a piece of paper in front of him with the following colors that he has been given displayed before him. And a quill pen that he can use to whatever he wants, and any other general tools a scribe might need. Paperweights and etc., etc. Persephone, I believe, was inside of an alchemy chamber. Bubbling pots and ingredients about. And then inside of the pot itself was a completed brew with floating symbols inside of it that they can make out as the images they received. Valen, you were inside of a celestial watchtower. You can see outside of the windows of this very, very simple tower into the stars ahead, which show you the symbols that you need with multicolored stars below them. Make out the pattern. And then, Finzyra, you are inside of a laboratory with lab equipment and papers around that have your symbols on them. For the sake of redescribing it, all that you guys can individually see is the room you are in and the symbols around you, and nothing else. You can't see each other, but you can still hear each other as if you're in the same room. And there doesn't seem to be an exit.
I've just got a bunch of papers and a lab, so that's about it. Got these weird fucking symbol things on them and colors.
Alright, I'm assuming the others are not going to say anything, so Eridanis is just going to say, well, I seem to be in some kind of scribe's chambers. All I have now are these strange, well, they're just circles with colors on them. Orange, green, blue, and yellow. Can't imagine that means anything to any of you.
Well, I can at least root out that I don't have any green, so... And you don't have purple, so that's going to be a problem. And you didn't say red, so that's another problem.
Hold on, I gotta write this down. Hold on. Say that again. What colors did you say? Hold on. I'm gonna write it here. Hold on.
Okay. I have red, yellow, orange, blue, and purple. Red, yellow, orange, blue, purple.
Okay.
Guessing other people have different colors and different symbols, or each symbol has like its own set of colors. I'm guessing. Oh Lord.
What do you see with these colors? What did they take the form of?
I really don't know how to fucking describe it. At best, one of these to me looks like a fucking squid. Like, I have no idea how else to describe this to you. It's like a fucking weird. How do I describe that? It's like an upside down vase with like little. There's like a dot in like a little bit above where the neck of the upside down vase would be, and then like a longer line in the widest portion, and then a smaller line in the smaller section towards the top. So like, oh Lord. I don't know how to describe
What
this.
about the rest of you?
Is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you quite well.
You're not gonna like what I see.
Enlighten me.
Alright, there's 16 dots with different colors.
Go on.
And they're not really arranged in any pattern other than groups of 4 with symbols above them.
Yeah.
The first group is red, orange, green, and blue.
Wait, I'm writing this down. Red, orange, green, and blue?
And it's in the top left, but it's slightly shifted to the right and down. Then the next one is red, 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 orange. And that one is in the top right, a little bit higher than the top left one.
Oh, God. I realize now that I only told you all the colors that I have. I didn't tell you what order they were in. Fuck my lip.
Then the third one is green, green, orange, red. And that is in the bottom left, but all the way at the bottom and almost all the way left. And the last of the 16 is a group with yellow, yellow, orange, and green in the bottom right. And it's about as right as the other top right one, but it's a little bit higher than the bottom left.
Yellow, yellow, orange, and green, you say?
Yellow, yellow, orange, and green. Do you want to know what symbols are next to each of them?
Go ahead.
The red, 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 and orange one in the top right has a single dot above it in black.
God.
I can make the map bigger if we need to, by the way, just as a point of note.
No problem. Alright, what about the other symbols?
It gets more complicated the further we go on. The bottom left one is a triangle, an equilateral triangle, with the middle point pointing directly up. Inside the triangle is a peculiar symbol, like the music notation for a turn. Only this one is reversed.
Gotta look at the music notation, hold on.
Don't even know that.
For a turn.
My God.
Oh my god, okay.
It's flipped upside down.
Fucking rotates. Oh my God.
No, the other upside down.
Is it an S?
It's like an S turned on its side.
Okay. Alright.
I think it's still upside down.
Valen,
Other way.
please.
Rotating it doesn't change the direction it's facing.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh. 2.5 hours.
And that whole symbol is in black, if that matters.
It probably does not. It's just...
The next one is the
That's
top
it?
left.
Why are yours so much similar than mine?
The top left looks like two gay fish
I got it.
kissing under the light of the
What
sun.
the fuck does that mean?
Is it bad that that's better than how I was just gonna describe one of mine? I was gonna describe
What?
my squid as
Each of
something
the fish have
very
two eyes on one
inappropriate.
side, and the sun is only a semicircle. And between the two of them is a single small line or rectangle.
Let's say for posterity, you can see where Adonis is drawn.
It's like showing up somewhere around us, yeah. Oh God. God.
You know, so far I think the worst part is I can't even fathom how you get out of this puzzle because I don't even know what an answer would be.
Hold on, we'll get through this. I have every bit of faith in you all.
Oh God.
You have to make a insight check on that.
You know
I
what?
don't need to.
I'll humor you. I'll do it. I'll insight you. Oh my God, that's horrible.
I'll insight check that.
We're all gonna die here. Arianis has never been more scared than now.
The last symbol in the bottom right, it's probably the trickiest to describe. You'd have to know mathematics.
Go on.
Kind of reminds me of a sine wave shifted over by half a frequency.
Shift. What the fuck? How do you shift over? Where's the reference point for it? I'm gonna kill myself. Hold on.
I tried to mute myself so I wouldn't give anything away by laughing, but honestly, I'm fucking laughing at everything. This is great.
Sinusoid wave. Is it anything close to this?
Oh god.
It's just one section of the wave. It's not the whole infinite wave. One wavelength. And now cut it in half.
Like motherfucker. It's like a not a horizontal, it's like a fucking diagonal S.
Just like that. And now, beneath the end of that wave is a single dot. A little higher. More towards the end of the wave. Little higher. Perfect. Beneath that is a diagonal line going from the bottom to the top.
Below
Beneath the
it?
dot.
Oh my god.
The bottom to the top of what?
Just like that. Now move the line down just a little bit. And now extend the line about equal its length from both sides. Now, if you travel 2/3 of the distance up that line, draw a straight line down from there.
Why are you saying shit so professionally? I can't.
And put a dot on either side of that line.
Either side. Oh, both sides.
There's too much going on.
That's it. That's the hardest symbol.
Oh god, I know what I'm in. I can't believe I'm in a zero escape game.
Oh my god. Oh fuck.
Now that diagonal line is actually red.
Your lines have colors?
Just kidding, it's black.
You son of a bitch! You fucking son of a bitch.
Benzara, I don't mean to alarm you, but I think we're going to die here.
Oh my god. Now's not the time to be funny, please, for the love of God.
Where's the fucking joke?
He's fucking trying to make it less stressful by making it more stressful. Oh, good lord. Kissing
Okay.
bitch.
I have the symbols written down. What about the rest of you?
Well,
Persephone?
I'm gonna take my turn on the chopping block here. But first, while everyone's going around their belt, trying to suss out all the symbols and colors and nerd, I'm going to try and punch a hole in the wall as hard as I can, so I don't have to do the puzzle.
Well, you try to do that. It's still a solid wall, and you aren't the Hulk.
I don't know. I got hill giant strength. I'm just saying.
Do ya? Is that a thing you got last session? Well, your hand is
Yeah.
still pretty, you know. Yeah, make a strength check then.
What kind of axe does Valen have?
Holy fucking shit!
Fine. Here's a Ruidium axe.
Like what shape?
Oh, great axe, I believe. It's like to one side. Those are like double-headed. Not
You know, I really want to
It's
do
like a
the
big
puzzle.
Viking axe.
So, what do you say, Persephone?
Oh, I'm just saying I really want to do the puzzle, but I have to know what happens.
As you punch the wall, you normally would probably end up breaking your hand more than any of the wood, but with a little bit of better form and the assistance of a new magic item you got recently, you managed to splinter the wood enough to make a small hole inside of the planks, or at least to bend them ever so slightly and splinter the wood. You still get some splinters and hurt your hand quite a lot in the process with a very rousing sting. But you peek outside of the hole, and all you see is a limitless void of space floating around you as little wood chips go drifting into the astral sea.
Fuck.
Alright.
Yeah. I really don't want to do this shit, so I tried to just punch a hole in the wall. I did punch a hole in the wall. There's only void outside of it, so fuck me.
Oh, well, at least that's familiar enough for me.
Alright, fucking... There's shit in the cauldron here, just... bear with me. So... The first symbol is like a little smiley man. So make a semicircle in like a smile shape. And then just above that is another semicircle in the opposite direction, kind of like an eye, and it's smaller.
It's a semicircle.
Big semicircle, small semicircle, facing different directions. There's no top. So it's like an arch. I think that's what those are called. Yeah, and then make the top one smaller and have it centered. Close enough. And then he has 5 bits of hair, which are just straight lines. Like, symmetrically. So, 2 to the side, 1 on top, and then another 2 in the middle of those. Yeah, like that. That's good. And then the colors are red, purple, yellow, red.
Oh my.
The circles, Aradonis, the
Oh, the
circles.
circles.
the,
Wait, the circles. I didn't hear circles.
like the colors
Oh, beneath.
that are
Okay.
underneath all the symbols, yeah.
Say them again.
Red, purple, yellow, red. Okay, good. Oh, fuck. This next one, it's an upside down Y that's made out of 5 dots.
Upside down Y made out of 5 dots.
Yeah, so there's a straight line that is made out of 3 dots, and then there's 2 dots to the sides of the bottom. Yeah, like that. Perfect. And then where the corners would be, basically, there are 4 straight lines, just short ones. Kind of like feet and arms, if that makes sense to you. No, facing inward. And also shorter.
Facing inward.
Oh, yeah.
No, like, rotate it like 90 degrees. No, back a little bit. A little bit the other way. A little bit more. That's good. And then just move it down below the dot. Yeah, perfect. And then that and all the... Yep, just like that. And then basically take the line and put it on the other side. Just directly opposite. No, like opposite of each other. Like, if you had a square and the lines were 2 sides on it, then these would be on the other side.
Beneath them. Perpendicular? Question mark?
Not beneath.
No? You said
Above.
square. Above. Oh my god, the dot is in the middle. Oh, okay. Jesus Christ.
Not quite. Turn them a bit and then space them out. A bit more. Like, just rotate them more to the
Clockwise or counterclockwise?
clockwise. Yeah, okay. A little bit more on each. Okay, and now move them, like, directly up to where the second dot ends.
Oh!
Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, and then the colors are red, blue, red, purple. Okay, this next one should be really fucking easy. Draw just a a diagonal line. Okay, now draw 2 horizontal lines, one in the center of it, but only going to the left side. So you can make one of those funny little less than symbols with it. Yeah, perfect. And then put a line on the top facing the same way. Okay, it's a little bit shorter than that, but that's fine for now. And then the colors on that are green, green, red, red.
I'm not looking forward to describing mine. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he gave you the hardest one on purpose.
You don't know that.
Okay. This next one. You're drawing an X, but the second line has only half of one of its sides. So draw a diagonal line like you just did for the last one. The horizontal line, the first one, will face the exact same way that the last symbol did. So swap them. Not quite. I mean swap them as in take the long line and put it to where the short line is.
Man, Persephone, it really seems like your voice changed.
I don't give a shit.
Brain.
Okay, and
Ruining
then
my
it is just a little bit longer. Like it has a little nub where the X would finish. Yeah, that's good enough. And then above that nub is another line that's facing diagonally.
Same angle as the other one?
Like this?
Rotate it 180 and you got it.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think Persephone knows what 180 is.
Fuck you. And then to finish it, there are just 2 dots between the lines. So between the long line and the short line, put 2 dots where the corners are.
I mean, the
Corners?
Okay, so like in the corners, like you're looking at a square, right? Put 2 dots there. Just on the in section where you are currently like hovering. Yes, perfect. No, 1 dot goes on the other side. Other side of the bar. No.
Up top.
It's exactly opposite of the
Above
other
the
circle.
line.
No.
Above.
Don't listen to Karma,
But
listen to
let's-
me.
Oh my god, I know what you're trying to say.
There you go.
That.
Perfect. Oh god. That it's blue, green, red, yellow.
Oh.
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 I desire this sweet release of death.
Tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. Okay, these are all close enough. There are some minor things, but if they become relevant, we'll revise them. This is good. This is good.
Oh.
Fucking kill me.
And Zyra, what do you see?
Oh boy. Which one do you want first? Do you want the easiest one or the hardest one first?
We're going to get to all of them eventually.
Oh lord. Well, you're good at diagonal lines, so I guess we'll start with the diagonal line one.
Hold on, I'm changing my ink.
Yeah, you're good. Don't worry. Do you? I'll let you figure that out first before I fucking.
And you can think on how to describe those symbols.
Trust me, I've been thinking about it this whole time. Oh, good lord. I'm too much of a nerd. This fucking diagonal one looks like the perfect ratio, but with straight lines, and it's fucking hurting my brain.
The perfect ratio.
That's just what it looks like to me.
The question is, does Arizona's know what the perfect ratio is?
In all your years of studying the stars, not a single time did you learn that one.
Surely Arizona's knows like basic physics at the very least.
Make me up.
I'm gonna
Yeah, you know.
I'm gonna quickly go reach into this alchemy lab's fridge. I'll be right back.
I mean, surely
All the
Arizona's
food is-
knows physics. He clearly knew what a sinusoid wave is.
Yeah.
He understands like frequency and sine waves.
He knows music.
He's well learned. He's a scholar, you know.
That's the notation for a turn.
Actually, it would be the perfect ratio, but like upside down and with straight lines only.
I'm not drawing that.
No, it's
God, I'm not
it's not that complicated. I swear, it's what it reminds me of. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, if you want to just copy one of the diagonal lines you already drew for Persephone's and flip
It's
it,
fine. It's fine. Okay. Well, maybe I.
like this one. Okay, flip it
How?
like that, exactly like that. Okay, now, slightly shorter, flip it and have the bottom end touch it.
Flip it and have the.
Like a check mark.
Kind of like that. Just a little,
shorter.
like it's a little shorter, yeah. Not that short, a little longer. Sorry. Perfect. Okay, another diagonal line, still touching that very last point that you just did, the topmost. going same horizontal, like diagonal to the one over here below it. Let's say
Horizontal diagonal. Parallel to it?
yeah, parallel. Thank you. Shorter. Good enough. Okay, make from the end of that line like you're going towards the first diagonal line you made, but don't go all the way. No, like straight towards it, down at an angle. Kind of like that, just tilt it a little more. Other direction.
Perpendicular.
Basically, too much. I know that's difficult, but I'm trying to make it really exact. Yeah, basically like that. Maybe bring it out a little bit longer. Good enough. Fucking again, at the very endmost point of that one, go towards the last one that you made before it. Yep. That's a little too slanted, but I don't know if it matters. Nope, you had it better before. It's a straight line. Like straight.
Like Valen straight.
Jesus Christ. And there's a dot underneath that line, but it's like kind of in between the first two that you made. It's not perfect and exact because some of the lines are not as long as they need to be, but I don't know if it matters. Please, for the love of God. Anyway, underneath that one, the color dot things, blue, purple, red, orange. Okay, you ready for the next one?
Surely it can't be worse than what you've already given me.
I don't know how to describe any of these. I really don't know how to describe this. Okay, so like a God. Fuck.
Come on, you're the oldest.
Do stocks exist in this universe?
No! The stock market doesn't exist in Exandria!
Looks like a curve.
So that's what caused the calamity! Oh my god! That all makes sense!
It's a fucking... It's such
Hills and mountains!
I
This
don't know,
card was that!
dude. Okay, oh my god.
The stock market crash of all.
The very, very steep, rounded mountain with a valley in between another very steep, taller mountain. Okay, go up. You went too far down, actually, but you know, you've got the spirit. Like that, but you made the last line way too long. It's much shorter, like a quarter of that. Yeah. You know what? That's basically it. A little too sharp, but you know, we're working with what we got, okay? Fucking red, orange, red.
Man, I've got no fucking idea what the deal is.
Oh my god.
There's no commonalities here. Oh my god.
Okay, so the last one is the fucking hardest one, and it's the one that I said to me, looked to me like a squid. And And that's the only way that I can think of how to describe it, is because these two weird S-shaped lines are fucking mirrored, like symmetrical. But the S is not like an S, it's like elongated and tapered, like the topmost fin on a squid. They're pointing at each other.
Pointing at each other.
Like the bottom is like a regular S, but as you go up and start to turn it to make it an S, it keeps going up to a point. I don't know how to describe it. Opposite of that.
Mirror.
Okay, so from the bottom most, start the S from the bottom left.
Okay.
And you're going up, small curve up, and then when you're starting the second curve for the S going up, you just keep going up. Oh god, I can't. Oh my god. I don't know how else to describe this to you.
Like this?
It's rotate it. Other direction. It's kind of like that, but more like the top part of it. Turn it a little more to the left.
Use telepathy magic and show him.
Oh my god, I can't do that. That's not how this works. Why'd you delete it? Rotate it a little to the left. Fucking right. 2 rights. 1 more. Okay, now copy that and flip it.
Being a dungeon master is a thankless job, guys.
Oh god. Yeah.
Thankless?
Okay. They're not touching. Yeah, there you go. All right. Near the top, there is a short, straight, horizontal line. In the middle, inside of it. Like it's... You can leave that one there, actually. That's fine. Just make a smaller one above it. Inside the squid. Okay, and now near the mouth part where the little smaller squiggle is on the inside, there's a dot underneath the longest line. I can't breathe. There could surely be more refining done on this, like maybe like a little more curvature on like the bottom parts of the S, but you know, it's fine. I think. I don't know. Fucking red, yellow, orange.
Okay, that single-handedly collapsed the one common theme I thought I found. Alright.
If I ever need someone to describe the arrangements for my funeral, I won't ask Fanzyra.
Dude, how am I supposed to describe that? It looks like a fucking squid. Did you want me to describe it as like a... I can't say this on stream, dude.
What, a butt plug?
Yeah!
You can say that. That's not a problem.
It looks like a fucking butt plug.
Wait. So hold on. Hold on.
This is not the arrangement that they are on in my sheet, if that matters. The squiggliest one is like top middle-ish. Squid is almost fully bottom left, and straight line McGee is bottom right. Perfect.
One thing I am noticing is there appears to be a theme of dots. I'm seeing 1, 1, 1, 3, 5, 2. That's not it.
None of our colors have an orange dot in the first position.
You didn't draw the kissing fish.
The kissing fish had 2 eyes on one side.
On each fish.
Well, there's
The eyes were more like dots.
I'm seeing a pattern here. Okay, we have 1, 2,
1, 1,
3.
2, 3,
4.
4, 5.
Yet I only have 4 colors in front of me.
Maybe it's the order that you need to do them in. You have, oh, you don't have 5 colors, you have 4 colors. Fuck.
I don't have any red. I don't have any purple.
Yeah, when we established this at the very beginning, I was worried. Oh, Lord.
There are a lot of stars around us.
I only had
Could they
3,
be some
and you
sort
guys
of
had 4.
astrological symbols?
Nerd. I was actually going to ask, nerd, do I recognize any of these symbols as being seeming to be related to any constellations that I know of?
Purely on their own, no.
None of these symbols seem to resemble any constellations I've studied.
Isn't that fucking fantastic?
Well, the gay fish could be Pisces.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Perhaps that is correct. An astute observation.
That's the only constellation I know.
I'm glad you're taking the time to have a little bit of fun and drawing other symbols on them.
It's part of my thought process.
Okay. Great.
It's roughly 8:30, so you'll get your first hint.
Oh.
Okay.
Eridanis,
Yes.
to you as you're trying to solve the puzzles, the voices of the scholars who, for more or less, persist with you, will offer some advice.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna hear, though it's quite difficult for us to solve, since we do not see what you see. From what we hear, we might be able to offer you some help from our fluttering memories. Between all of the symbols, are there any notable trends? That's the first 10. To put it in more plain terms, compare some of the symbols. Do you notice any trends? Look, there's like 6 of these. I never said the first hint was going to be the most informative one.
I know.
Mm,
There is a trend of dots.
squiggly lines, straight lines, and dots.
I've been trying to associate shapes to colors,
All of the ones with
and it has not worked.
all of the ones with straight lines are the ones which have dots besides the fish.
The fish also have a straight line.
Oh. Just one? Or how many?
Just the one. It's sort of beneath the fish. Directly in between them, but beneath them.
Beneath.
One straight line, 4 dots. 2 straight lines, 3 dots. 4 and 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Okay, let's think here, everybody. And I have these symbols. Okay, nerd, if I touch my quill to any of these,
I accidentally deafened myself, say it again.
if I touch my quill to any of the colors, the 4 principal ones I have on my
Yes.
paper, does anything happen?
Nothing in particular.
I will have drawn all of these symbols out with the colors if there is colored ink here.
I'll assume you have these on like separate sheets of paper, but
Yeah.
the main sheet that you have your colored shapes on, nothing immediately happens if you just simply tap the colors.
Mm-hmm.
What about colors in common? One of Fenzira's drawings is the same red, red, orange, red as my red, 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 orange.
But it doesn't have a dot. Hmm.
A different symbol, but the same colors.
It's a different order. Your orange is the last, whereas my orange is second to last. Second to last orange, and red at the very end is a squiggly line inside of a fucking triangle.
I might be cooking. Hold on.
I actually step away for a quick moment, but I'll be back.
Yeah. I might be cooking. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I think that's it. Damn it.
He was, in fact, not cooking.
I was not cooking.
Oh my god.
Okay, I do need to ask, because I don't remember at this point. Was this top drawing literally just a dot?
It was a single dot, but it was like high up.
Okay, it's just a dot.
Single dot.
Single dot. That doesn't cooperate with the funny triangle or the stock market, though. God. Ah!
So the only thing that I can see kind of is that the fucking funny squiggly S over the one with 3 dots has an orange in the same position as mine, and it has the same squiggly. Same thing with the triangle, has a squiggly when the orange is in that spot. So,
Well, that's not saying a lot, because a lot of us have a red in the 3rd spot.
that's what I'm saying. The only 3 that have
Assuming
the squiggly like that is orange with them.
here's my theory. I'm pretty sure the fucking thing that Eridanis got is our answer key. And we need a shape or a symbol to put in each of those to get us out of here. And if that's true, then red is irrelevant, purple is irrelevant, anything not there is not important.
Yellow, yellow, orange. Orange.
But none of us have an orange in our first slot either.
Well, I don't think the slot that Eridanis got matters.
If it's our answer key, it does.
No, not like literally that, because there's no blues in the 3rd position either, but they're obviously important somehow. I just mean that Eridanis's things are where we need to look for answers. I don't think Eridanis's positions matter. I think our positions matter. I don't think Eridanis's do. Because if Eridanis's positions matter, then they don't line up with any of our blues, period. And a blue has to line up somewhere.
Maybe the colors don't matter at all.
No, I'm damn near certain the colors have to matter, because we still don't know, like, for sure what the answer to this puzzle would have to be, like what we have to provide to get us out. And since Eridanis is the only one that can draw, and he was provided with colors, I'm pretty sure the colors have to be where our answers go.
Like the order he's supposed to do something with the colors with?
No, order doesn't matter to Eridanis. At least I don't think it does. Order matters to us, but I don't think they matter to Eridanis. Because like I said, if order mattered to Eridanis, none of the blues match up. Like, period.
No, that's not what I mean. Like for my first one, let's say it's just orange, and then the next one is yellow, yellow, orange, and then orange again.
I have no fucking idea what that's supposed to mean.
If we're discarding all the ones that he doesn't have, or let's see, blue, orange is actually the last one. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Symbols
6.
with no orange. Those are only Persephone's.
And I don't have any green.
And I don't have any purple.
I don't think purple matters.
Well, it might matter.
I mean, it could. It could in some way, but with my train of thought right now, if Eridanis's colors are a part of the, like, answer key, then purple and red do not really mean anything. I also went down the, like, thought of, oh, what if you combine these colors and then they equal that?
Well,
but that doesn't
red
make
is in
sense.
every single one except for one of them.
It isn't every single one, but I don't know if that mattered. Like,
It's not in this one.
it'd just be like a null value.
I don't think it's a programming puzzle. Hasn't been invented yet.
You know what I mean? Hold on. I need to focus for a second. These match, and then those have that and that in common. Okay. These match, these match. I think they have in common is...
I fear we'll have to draw the full kissing fish to get the whole picture.
Maybe.
Once they're
Most likely,
the
but
next
maybe
hint will
not.
come.
Okay, orange, orange, and then orange. They all have dot. Hold on. We might be cooking. We might be cooking again. Then yellow. There. So the only ones in common would be... Does have an equal amount. Oh, it just a problem. I feel like I had a good train going there. I think yellow just kind of crashed it.
There were no survivors.
God.
Oh, it might be quantity. Hold on. No. I think this might be okay. Because none of these have more than one. Damn it! Fucking, I forgot about those. No, because that's why I settled on the position. Shit.
Alright, I'll go ahead and give the next hint now, until Aerodonus shows up anyways. He's taking a little bit. So, hint number 2. What is the relationship between the colors below a symbol and the structure of that symbol?
I am back. Hold on. What the hell just happened?
Oh, welcome back. As you return, another hint is provided to you. I'm just gonna lay it out in simple terms for now, rather than giving it an ERP for now. What is the relationship between the color below a symbol and the structure of that symbol? I'll post your hints in OOC.
Okay. Comparison of the symbols. Do you notice any trends? Colors below a symbol and the structure of that symbol.
Okay.
Colors below a symbol and the structure of that symbol.
Valen, Fenzira, I have a question for both of you. So, Fenzira's butt plug has the S shapes on the side, and then Valen's whatever the fuck you call that has this little S symbol. Would you two consider those similar to what they're supposed to be for both your ends? Like, if you look at your fucking hints and then look at that, does that look similar to you?
Well, the sine wave could be a little bit narrower.
Like that?
Sort of.
I feel like it's a long shot, but I feel like getting it wrong will give us information, so I think I might have an answer. So to just explain my process here, for blue, green, and orange, I looked for the ones that had similar positions. Like, this one has 2 greens in the front, and then this one has 2 greens in the front. And then I looked for the common shape they have between them. So these two have the common shape of having the diagonal line that goes like towards the right. So, and then for the blues, they all have 2 diagonal lines in common for the first position. So first position blue over here has this diagonal line,
2
and this
diagonal lines
diagonal
going to
line.
the right.
That's what I'm saying. This one has 2 diagonal lines going to the right, and has blue in the first position. This one has blue in the first position, and has 2 diagonal lines going to the right. So I think that blue is 2 diagonal lines going to the right. I think green is 1 diagonal line going to the right. I think orange is a dot, because orange in the back position has a dot here, and then there was one more. Well, this one's just a dot, but you get the point. So I think orange is a dot.
This one
and
is
then
4
yellow.
dots.
Yes, but it doesn't have orange in the back position, which is what I'm going based off. Yellow is the odd one out, because they don't really share positions. These 2 are the closest to sharing positions, but it's only in the 2 slot, but it's what I have to work with. So I think yellow is like the S shape kind of thing that both of these share. So basically, orange is dot, green is diagonal line, blue is 2 diagonal lines, and then yellow is the funny S shape. That's what I think.
Then what is purple?
I don't
red?
think purple matters. I don't think red matters.
I think all we need to do is we need to form some kind of there's some kind of trend in each color is associated with a certain kind of shape.
I'm just saying we give it a shot as our answer, because if that's wrong, then we get more information out of that. Like, am I super off base, or do we feel like it's worth a try?
I feel like it's a reach.
Well, all we can do is reach right now, my guy.
I'm not the one who can enter the answer, so it's kind of up to Aerodon.
Okay. Hold on. Wait. Red has 2. Hold on, so say that one more time, Persephone. So what do orange, green, blue, and yellow correspond to? Let's hear it again.
Okay, sorry, I'm back. I was getting food.
Hold on. So
Can you repeat your question?
What do you say orange, green, blue, and yellow correspond to?
Okay. So to go through again, I looked for the colors, obviously, what position they were in, and then what shapes are similar. I landed on orange in the back slot, because there are 3 of them, and then the shape they share is dot, so I think orange is dot.
Mm-hmm.
And then for green, this one and this one share 2 greens in the first position, and the only shape they share is a diagonal, just like that. Yeah. And then blue has these 2 at the front, so 2 blues at the front, and then the shapes they share are 2 diagonals, because there's one here, and then one here, and one here. And then for yellow, these 2 share a position on 2.
Here and no diagonals in my fish.
Yes, but it's not in the first slot, which is what I'm going based off of. These 2 share a slot, these 2 share a shape, so that's what my answer is based off of.
So, blue in the first slot is 2 diagonals, but what is blue in the third slot?
I don't think blue in the third slot matters for Aerodonis. Because, again...
His color is literally blue in the third slot.
Yes, and there are no blues in the third slot, so I don't think Aerodonis' positions matter.
If his positions don't matter and ours do, then blue in the fourth slot matters.
How?
Well, you're looking at blue in the first slot. What about your blue in the second slot?
Because it's shared between 2 different ones. Blue in the second slot doesn't matter because it's not shared with anything. But as for yellow, yellow is shared in this slot on the second and this slot on the second by these 2. And the only thing they have in common is like a weird S kind of shape, which I don't know how they're actually supposed to look like, or if they actually look similar, but it's a hunch. So it's yellow is like a weird S shape that these two share. Okay,
So
you put in the word sinusoid. I'm gonna assume that's a real word. I have no fucking idea what that means.
your orange theory about the dots. Orange in the last slot is a dot. But
Yes.
we also have shared orange in the third slot. Here, here, and here.
That is true. But assuming that somebody didn't mess up something along the way, none of these shapes are really similar to each other, in my opinion. Like, these would be kind of similar, these two. But Fenzyra's fucking stock market over here, that doesn't look similar at all to me. Like, if it's all one connected line, like they say it is, then that doesn't add up to me. If there's a disconnect somewhere, and it actually does look like just a regular S, then I would put that over the dot, in my opinion. But it looks like it's just one singular continuous thing. So that's
Mine does not look like an S at all.
Alright, so yeah, that's why I think it's dot.
In fact, it looks more like a squiggly V than anything. My opinion.
So if we lock this in and it's wrong, that gives us plenty of new information, and we'll go from there.
Assuming there's no punishment.
Assuming there's no punishment. We're not gonna get TPK'd off of one wrong answer, we'll be fine.
Confidence is an insidious killer.
Listen, I know Nerd. I'll call his bluff any day of the week. He can chime in with his DM talk all he wants, I know. But that's my case. I've made it. I've laid it all out. I'll take questions, but if you want to lock it in, Adonis, do so whenever you want.
Wait.
Use your scientist brain.
Red. Red. Third position. Red in third position. Red in third position. Red in third position. Red in third position. Orange fourth. Orange fourth. Purple. Wait. Wait. Okay, hold on. One. 2, 3. Wait. 2.
What?
Hold on. Okay, hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I think these. I think the colors correspond to numbers of elements.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Because okay, hear me out. What this symbol here, right? Right? This one?
Yeah.
This one. And this one, right? What do they all have in common? one dots,
Mhm.
correct? Nothing else is in common with them. They have one dot each, right?
Mhm.
And they all have orange last, right?
Yeah.
Now, every other dot variation has a different color. See here, 2 dots in this one, yellow, right? 3 dots here, green. 4 dots here, blue.
5 dots purple.
5 dots purple. And everything with red last has nothing.
So the last digit tells us the number of dots.
So I'm thinking, what if each of these colors, what if they track the number of elements in each drawing?
Huh. I
What
actually
if
kind of
it's
like
what if
that.
it's that? Because hold on, a horizontal line. Hold on, 1, 2. Angled lines, straight lines. Hold on. Angled lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
I think that would just be straight lines.
Straight lines. Cause hold on.
There's 4 shapes. There's dots, straight lines, half
Curves.
circles, and curves.
Okay, so hold on. Hold on. If we're going with my theory, orange is 1, right? Yes, we're in agreement. Orange is 1.
Yeah, I think you're cooking here, actually.
Orange
Hold
is
on.
1.
Let me pull up a notepad.
He's doing it on
Yellow
the
is
sheet.
2.
2, because okay, yellow.
Yellow is 2.
Ye-
Green is 3.
1, 2, 3.
Green is 3.
And purple is 5.
You'll need to know that
Does
the
that
fish
mean-
has 3 semicircles.
Blue is
Yeah, no, you're
blue
cooking.
is 4, and blue is 4. And we know that okay.
This one has 4 like corners, technically. 1, 2.
Yeah, or
3,
4. Wait, 1, 2,
4.
3, 4. 4 angled lines.
Nah, I just mean 4 corners. There are more
think
lines.
the
It's just the
second
intersections.
The second bubble is the number of straight lines, because there's 5 of those.
2, 3, 4.
And we know purple is 5.
Uh-huh. Okay, so
From
Yeah, wait.
yeah.
It,
Hold on. Second
we
position
have-
is 3.
Because we know 3 is green. That has 3 straight lines.
There are 3 corners of it.
That has
So-
3 straight lines.
I guess
That has 3
red-
straight lines.
Hold on. Okay, red is nothing. If red is nothing, what do these drawings have that? What
I do.
What do some of these drawings lack? What is
The
first
f-
position? Like, what is first position?
The fish doesn't have an S.
So first is squiggles.
I do have
Line.
a question that will
It's
relate
technically
to,
a
like,
line because
quantity.
this is the only one line there is, even if it's
So-
curved.
That's a
Like-
curve too.
Yeah.
For this drawing here, like it obviously has 5 lines, and that's why it has a purple. It's got one dot,
One
so that's
squiggle.
orange.
Okay.
What is this blue supposed to be then?
Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's okay. Second position is
Blue
straight
is
lines.
4 dots.
No, I understand like the number,
Yeah.
but
Positions. We're talking
there's
about
5
positions.
lines here. There's 1 dot that accounts for these 2.
Well, we
But
can
this
work
blue
it out
doesn't
with
account for
we can work it
anything.
out with the fish. Blue is, we know that's the dots in the 4th position.
And blue is 4.
Green is 3. The fish has 3 semicircles. So we can assume that that's probably semicircle,
Or curves.
because that is 2
Yeah,
semicircles.
it's I think it's curves rather than curves or semicircles, I guess.
I
Yeah.
think it's semicircles, because bear with me. If this is straight lines, orange for 1.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, the first position is corners.
Green for straight lines.
Corners?
The first position is corners, yes.
Oh my god, vertices, yeah. Oh my.
That's what I was trying to
That makes sense.
say. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, god, I actually cooked so hard. Holy shit.
Yeah,
What
you
the
cooked
fuck?
hard. You cooked hard.
Okay, hold on. So, vertices, straight lines. Okay, so we need to make a shape with one vertex.
If this is vertices, why does this have 2?
Because there's
There's one
angle.
corner here. There's one corner here.
You need to make a shape that has one
Needs to have one
vertice,
corner,
3 straight lines,
4 curves, and 2 dots.
four
vertex.
intersections, like corner things. It's not curves.
Okay, hold on. So what if one vertex, 3 straight lines, 4 curves, 2 dots, 1 vertex.
No one's listening to me.
Oh, wait, 3 straight lines, 1 vertex, 4 curves, 2 dots. What were you saying, What were you saying, Finzara?
No, go on.
Spit it out. This is communication puzzle.
I'm just.
You don't get it back out.
No, do your thing. I could be wrong.
Spit it out. You do not get to say no. Spit it out.
I still think blue is the fucking corner pointy points, but you know.
Blue is.
I know.
Yeah, the
whatever.
point. So that so first position.
I know, but you're
There's-
saying 4 curves.
No. We're saying that each the spot. It's the actual spot itself that corresponds to a characteristic of a shape. So position 1 is corners. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So there's 4 corners. Position 3 is straight lines, and there's 5 straight lines in this shape. Position 3 is curves, and there aren't any curves.
I think you need
It's
to
all
get
just
rid of
making-
these then, because they're freaking me out.
And position 4 is dots, and there's orange is 1, so there's 1 dot. It's all my. Wait, hold on. Does a circle count as This is curves. Okay, a dot doesn't count as a curve, so it's like.
Our dots are our last position,
Yeah, dots are last position, so there's 2.
so there's 2.
So we do something like.
No corners. 2
You
corners.
gotta do 4 curves.
The curves does have a couple questions with it. Like, this shape over here is supposedly has 2 curves, but there's definitely 4 curves in this. And then this one over here has 1 curve, but there's definitely 2 in it.
What about curved lines?
What if it's
Does
curved
that make
lines?
you feel better?
Yeah.
Curved
Curved lines
lines
sounds
might
better.
be better.
Because, position what? Yes, it's curved line because the S here. It's supposedly one curve of some kind. It's not semicircles, it's curves. Because it's the S shape as well.
Yeah, and
Okay,
that's
so we
the
can
same.
do.
No
Yeah,
curved
okay, so-
line,
so
2
this-
curved
curved lines.
lines,
So this
1
makes
curved
sense.
line.
This shape here makes sense.
So there's
Correct.
4 curved lines?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Oh, we got all the pieces then.
Okay. I
Nerd, I
agree.
am so ready for this. I'm going to take
Oh
my
my
quill.
God.
Adonis is going to
Whoa,
huge brain
hold on,
moment.
buddy. Those lines look a little too sharp.
I'm gonna kill you.
Alright, Eridonis, what are you doing?
I am going. Okay, let's all go over it, okay?
Yes,
One vertex.
It's, yep, 1 vertex.
3 straight lines.
Yep, 4 curves.
Yes.
4
2
curves,
Okay,
2 dots.
I am going to draw out this shape, nerd. That is my final answer. That kind of looks like a person, actually. Hold on, these look like.
Let me go ahead and examine your answer.
We're gonna find out it has to be a specific shape, and we're gonna kill ourselves.
Oh my god, it's like a little hamster.
It's gonna die, just like all of you.
No!
Let's see.
My God.
Okay.
Then we're gonna learn that we have to orient them a certain way, and we're gonna fucking all scream.
Nerd, if I get this, can I please instantly boost my intelligence to like 20?
That's funny. If you get it.
Down.
Well,
He's maintaining mystique, but we definitely got it.
This shape, well, this puzzle requires you to understand 4 rules. 2 of them are laid out to you very clearly. You have colors and shapes. That's obvious.
Shapes and
The other
colors.
rules you need to understand is that each dot correlates to a position. In this case, 1 is specifically angles, acute, right, or obtuse.
vertices, okay.
2 is straight lines. 3 is curved lines. And then 4th is dots.
Amen.
Each color
Yes.
corresponds to a number that represents how many of a certain shape might be in the pattern based on the position. 0 is red, 1 is orange, 2 is yellow, 3 is green, 4 is blue, and 5 is purple.
Yes.
The
We're
shape that you drew
geniuses.
had to follow these rules, and as I see it, it does.
Nerd. I'm asking that you boost my intelligence to 20.
We're so smart.
I will not do that, but you'll get inspiration, and I'm going to go ahead and give you the rest of the hints. Hint number 1. Compare some of the symbols. Do you notice any trends? Hint number 2. What is the relationship between the colors below a symbol and the structure of that symbol? Hint number 3. Notice the colors below the symbol that is just a single dot. Is there any other symbols with a similar assortment of colors? What does that symbol look like? Hint number 4. There are 4 properties: angles, straight lines, curved lines, and dots. Each symbol has a different number of each of those. Hint number 5. Is there a numerical way to order those colors? And the last one was hint number 6. All of the symbols with exactly 1 dot have orange as their last color. All of the symbols with no dots have red as their last color. Is there a similar pattern with each of the properties? Alright. This puzzle was rated to take 70 minutes, but took about 2 hours.
It
Good.
didn't take 2 hours. We didn't start at 6.
We started at 7:30. I'll have you know.
Hour
That's true,
and
that's true.
20.
We started at like 7. It took an hour.
Hour 20.
Oh my god. We did it. And all we had to do was draw a hamster.
As you draw your symbol onto this scribble sheet, you stand back for a moment, examining your hamster-shaped work, and as you do, each of the rooms begin to coalesce. You all see doors appear in the back of your rooms, and a key appearing in various spots. For Adonis, the roof shudders for a moment before one of the boards collapses and a key falls onto your desk with a bit of dust. Sorry. One of the keys for Persephone is inside of the bubbling cauldron, though it's safe to take and floats at the top. For Finzyra, you see it located underneath the papers of your lab equipment. And for you, Valen, it seems to be resting on a windowsill, where you don't remember it being before. Before you progress forward, I need to quickly go upstairs so you can go ahead and mark a DM food break.
Oh my god.
I was reading something. What showed up?
We're taking a break.
No, what showed up in my room?
What you can tell them.
Okay. Oh my god. You know what? Okay,
And then
okay,
no one
okay,
proceeds
okay,
to tell me.
okay, hear me out. Factoring out the part where we were drawing things, I feel like we might have actually gotten that whole puzzle within the time limit, or within the time.
True.
I think drawing things was part of the puzzle.
We
Oh
could.
yeah. This would have been a lot easier if we were in person. I'm not gonna lie. Half the battle was
For
really
sure.
stupid.
I gotta say, it's pretty homophobic of you to not draw my gay fish.
You should have described your gay fish better.
You should have described it better.
Describe them better? It's 2 fish shapes touching. What more do you want?
All right, BT, riddle me this. How would you describe this picture?
Okay. You draw a single
The
sentence.
key showed up? Okay,
Good.
thank God.
Then you draw two. Now draw the C shape.
At least my
To the right of it,
viewers have
draw a
me.
C shape, right?
Good lord.
Draw a C shape. Now mirror it right? Then place a single line beneath those two
That's not-
C's.
That's not fish. Why would you
And
think
then
that was fish?
one dot in the very center of each C, right? Now, 45 degrees to the right of the C that's on the right, place another dot, and do the same mirrored to the other C on the opposite side.
Pretty homophobic. Just saying.
And man, you described it as two gay fish kissing. There are so many ways to draw two gay fish kissing. What do you want me to do? Like, hold on, I got you. Hold on. Let me cook.
I could have further described it. They're not using tongue.
They're not even touching, technically.
Hold on.
Oh my god, I can't. It's two fucking squashed semicircles that are incomplete. Half semicircles. Fucking mirrored. You fucking cut a circle in half and flip it. Oh my god.
There's your drawing.
So now just zoom the camera in and give them both two eyes.
Oh my god. What are they, sunfish? They got both their eyes on the same side of their face.
Actually, kind of like sunfish. They're kind of cool.
I'm just saying, like...
Look at them. Is this what you wanted? Does this appease the yaoi fan base of our call of Nerder Deep?
Oh my god.
It's literally just this.
But the lips aren't there in the original. He would have drawn the lips and he would have been like, alright, now delete the lips.
And then delete the lips.
Just two fish looking at each other.
Two fish looking at each other.
Two fish, 5 feet apart, isn't it?
I might need another drink for this.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Well, you'll get the chance to when we go to the volcano.
I desire the sweet release of death.
Oh my god.
Listen, we're going to a volcano. You can throw yourself in. Everything will be okay.
Ha ha ha, Jonathan. I can't take it anymore.
All things considered, that was a good puzzle.
It was.
I got a key. I get the fuck out of here. Let me out. I didn't sign up for a fucking escape room, bro.
Too bad.
No. Escape from this room or the neurotoxin will kill you.
In other news, I recently had one of my friends take a read through my book,
Hey.
and they described the romance between my two characters as being so good that it should be Yuri instead of straight.
Make this character a woman. Good lord.
Consider that a pretty decent compliment. At least that's what I'm going by.
Did it get, like, fully published and on Amazon yet, or no?
Not yet. I am waiting for this summer, but I will be promoting the book heavily in the next few days. Up until the summer.
Howdy. Alright, are we ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
258 fish. So, as you all see these keys fall into position, what'd your group like to do?
Take
Each of you
my
going to
key
go through the door.
and open the door.
Can I
Get the
show them
fuck
my
out of here.
picture now that it doesn't matter?
You can show your pictures off.
Oh my
Puzzle's over.
god. The stock market crash of 91.
And Vox Machina stocks have dropped substantially. So Alright. So, you all exit your rooms one by one. As you do, you each feel yourself passing through a starry veil, much similar to the one you entered in. As you pass out, it's almost like walking through a doorway, as if you perhaps never went to those strange side rooms at all. As you walk straight into this tomb, you see no bodies around, nor any protection, as most would simply be deterred by this point. But you do see an urn, and next to it looks to be a glowing, I'm trying to remember what color of gem, I think ruby's good. Ruby gemstone. Another shard.
Give me that.
I want
Give it to me.
I want.
So you take upon yourself this stone.
Yes, indeed, good sir, I do.
Then a vision you shall receive.
Bull.
The next name of your next scholar.
Oh god, okay, yep.
Trying to find this one here.
I have, hold on.
Hmm?
I have, let me see who I already have.
I'm trying to find my list of all of them. I should have
Wait,
them
no,
marked.
I have Calf, Vaxic female.
Yeah.
Rookbomb. Sagan.
Station.
Yeah,
they are.
Shadar, and Cassiopeia.
So you have Kaf, Shadar, Cassiopeia, and Sajan. That means there's one left that you don't have.
Wait,
And
wait,
yet,
wait, wait,
Still
Shadar?
another gem.
I don't think I ever identified
Shadar?
Shadar.
I thought you said Shadar. You said
No,
Sajan.
no, no. Okay, so far I have Calf. Okay, I have
Yep, Kaf,
Calf and Sagan for sure. I know who they are.
Sagan. Yep.
I'm missing. Okay, I know
Yeah, who are you
I think
missing?
we collected 3,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Okay,
But
3. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I never received an identity for one of them. I think
You should have.
I have Shadar, Cassiopeia, and Rookbop who are missing.
Shadar, Cassiopeia, and Rookbar are the ones that are missing.
Yes, but I believe I collected 3 gemstones. I think I just didn't receive
think-
a vision.
You should have received a vision for all of them. Oh boy. I gotta remember who was who.
Half was the Tabaxi female
Okay.
who spoke with me about who I spoke with at sitting on this hill looking at the stars.
Yep.
Sagan was the orc male who was a friend, I suppose, of Jamonsa Ord,
I believe the leader was Shadar.
who was an elf.
Yes, a half elf. So that should be all the names you do have currently.
Yes, so I'm missing Rookbot and Cassie. Oh, I wonder who Cassiopeia is then.
Mm-hmm. Rookba. It's the one you receive vision for, in this case. Before you stands a collective. You find yourself once again in this private meeting space where you and your now formed order set out to act upon the hypotheses that you've drafted with one another. From across this great city you live in, you are perhaps more of the genius minds. You had ambition and sprawl. The want and the wish to reach beyond the stars and do correct what has been done wrong so many times. At this point, reports are in, and word gets around Exandria quick these days. Everyone knows the failings of Vespin Chloris from long ago, but as it seems, bits and pieces are coming back to fruition, and the city of Aeor has recently been destroyed. This, however, does not deter most of you, as you prepare components and different diviners for the sake of this ritual. You each practice whatever magical chants or symbology you would need to draft for your part. But you yourself show up late, as this vision drifts away from who you were expecting it to be for. You find yourself not the type to show up late to these types of things, but worried. You look around you in the streets as you head to the destined meeting place. You examine all of the faces. They don't perhaps have such information about what your plan could bring, and the dangers that you've hypothesized from bringing it upon them. You think about their faces the whole way to this destination, but something stops you before you arrive. Tarukba. The ritual begins. At some point in the deep night, while moon is overhead and Cathal watches down upon everyone. But this is a private place, a sanctum that no one should have found. Regardless, there's an interruption. You do your parts as best you can, but soldiers or inquisitors, whatever you want to call them, deep from the city of Vasselheim, the dawn cradle of civilization, burst into this room, masked and armed with spell and sword alike. They slay each of you one by one, taking what parts of you they can. In a ditch effort, many of your order attempt your best to conclude this ritual, projecting yourselves to the astral sea. But it fails. The tether is cut prematurely. The room is burned, and the building reduced to rubble, burying another failed attempt at divinity along with it. And that's where your vision ends. You yourself, before rest can even find you, are taken once again to this lecture hall, the same room which you saw in your vision. Seats are laid out, and perhaps in a different, more peaceful time, this would have been used for large-scale lectures with some of the brightest minds. So Vasselheim will burn. But now it stands to serve that purpose no more, as now it only holds to you and your order. You walk in, and you see what looks to be a more rugged human man. Doesn't seem the scholarly type from mere impression alone, no long beard or crooked spectacles. More akin to what you would expect from a mercenary or soldier. He stands still at the ready, leaning back alongside his other scholarly folk, lowering his hood to reveal his face. That being the face of Rukba. We were so close to victory. But it makes sense now why we failed. It wasn't our calculations that were misdrafted. It were our members. Someone amongst us. Someone revealed our plot before it could come to conclusion. We were sold out before we could reach our destined end. But who? The other scholars look around, thinking to themselves, keeping their information hidden on who they might suspect the traitor to be. When the leader speaks, Shadar speaks up and says, "The last vision will reveal that to us. Our ritual might have failed, but it matters not. The traitor can be weeded out, and then we can continue where we left off. Surely this last vision will reveal us a way to reunite our spiritual selves with our physical forms. Or perhaps some other form. That, or perhaps we will not need the bodies at all. Either way, there's only one thing left to do before we can begin drafting our conclusion to this ritual. We are not done yet, despite what the Vassalhinians might have thought. You've done well, Eridanis. As per usual.
Why? Why would someone give up our order and our work? Why would anyone have wanted to pull us back when we were at the moments of discovery and enlightenment?
People fear that which they cannot have. Those of Vasselheim shut into tall, walled cities, protected by their rows of armadas and their silent inquisitioners, because they are too afraid to reach out beyond the veil. It all comes back to fear.
No. This time there will be no failure. This time fear must be killed if we are to succeed fully. We will not be betrayed again. I must go. One more fragment of this puzzle still remains. And then we've quite a bit of catching up to do with our work. And this time we will not be stopped. Eridanis will turn. He'll prepare to head out.
Shar will simply nod and say, "Only one piece remains. And then our vision will be foggy no more." As everyone in the room will look to their shoulder sides, wondering who next to them could be the traitor. As you leave. And to the rest of the group, will come to consciousness once more.
Inshallah, Vasselheim will burn for this.
We come to in the same room we entered originally, right?
Or do we come to in the middle of what I presume to be the actual ruin?
It's the ruin itself, or the room you entered, but it's more of a small burial mound, and the starry gate that you entered in through is no longer there, revealing the outside clearly.
That was a weird dream.
That was not a dream. Oh,
Colors and shapes and puzzles.
dude, are you serious?
I don't give a fuck what it was, I just don't want to do it again. You get your shit out on us.
Eridanis is going to, I presume, he's going to blink awake. And he's going to study each and every one of his party members in turn before giving a nod. Yes, I see now What transpired?
A good thing or a bad thing?
What did transpire? I think I was out cold for most of it. Wasn't there a giant magical gateway here?
There was. Aaron also just turned to look at the defunct gateway. But I suppose once we'd solved the puzzle, whatever magic was keeping this place under lock and key faded away. Well, I do have all of you to thank for helping me cross through that gateway. Could not have done it alone.
So it was a shared dream. You saw the kissing fish too, then?
You described them terribly.
Well, it worked, didn't it?
Arados is just going to tell the others. We can discuss all of this once we get back to the airship. I don't imagine much time has passed. I don't think that much time has passed at all. Right, nerd? Or have several hours elapsed since we went in?
I'd say maybe only an hour. But plenty of
Okay.
time left.
Do we see the, is the airship still
Yeah, it's
hovering over the area?
not left quite yet.
Okay, then. Let's signal that captain. Tell him to come pick us up before he decides to head off somewhere else.
Gladly.
Okay, nerd, I think with that, we're gonna head out of here.
Alright.
Who the fuck betrayed us? I have a sneaking suspicion it might have been me.
Judas!
I mean, hey,
We're
you can always call an emergency meeting.
Oh my god.
You call down your airship, and in response, the captain lowers enough and throws a rope that you guys are able to climb up.
Well, only one more destination remains, Captain.
Captain says, never thought I'd be flying nearby a volcano.
What can you tell us about this place in the Cow Mountains?
Not much. Usually we avoid this place if we can help it. It's not near any known trade routes, and the cities out this far are filled with either reclusive dwarves or old orc tribes. However, if I do remember, near the Cow Mountains, there was a tribe of some strange folk. Furbolgs, I believe. I don't know if they're hostile or not. It's just rumors. But many seem to believe they sacrifice any folk they see, especially a young ship captain, to the volcano itself to appease it.
Erdon's will trace a finger along the map here, just pointing out. It doesn't seem like we'll be traveling too close. I see here the Suthon volcano is noted. Or are there other smaller volcanoes all across this mountain range?
The smaller ones, there are many, but the mountain range itself is host to one of the largest volcanoes on the continent. I'm not sure if your journeys will bring you towards any of those, but you'll at least be landing around the base. The field should be dry and hot. As long as you avoid streaks of magma, it should be fine, I imagine.
It should be easy enough to avoid.
They won't be hard to spot.
It's just rocks after all. It can't sneak up on you.
Exactly, but uncontacted tribespeople can. Albeit, I don't know how uncontacted they are. There are many settlements out around the Gloom Jungles.
Well, we do have our final heading, Captain. Best we make good speed.
Alright. In that case, let's move. A day of travel at least. And with that, your group flies.
Eridanus will want to speak to Valen once the captain heads out. He'll
Okay,
just
you
say,
have plenty of time to talk with one another.
Valen, if you wouldn't mind, I do have a question to ask of you.
Sure, ask away. I'm all answers.
How much do you know of Vasselheim's history? Specifically concerning the calamity and how it impacted them?
Like ancient history?
I suppose.
Not very many people know that kind of thing. I'm more familiar with the recent history. Like 30 to maybe 100 years ago. They don't tend to teach the stuff dating back to the calamity.
Is the knowledge simply not recorded, or is there a particular reason that it's not discussed much in your city?
Everyone who was around at that time is long dead. And, you know, if anything was written down, it would have been destroyed by the gods before they were all packed away.
I would say, for more secrecy to you, Valen, in your own mind, you can decide to share this as you would. You would know that the high libraries of Vasselheim do keep records dating back that far, but basically nobody is allowed to see that.
I will not share this information.
Strange. It's...
Well, it's not that strange, is it?
No.
How many other places keep their history books that far back?
You don't know. Are there any places which keep their history books that far back?
Make a history check, anybody who... I guess, well, it's only the two of you in this conversation at the moment, or do you have this open on the ship in front of everyone?
I'd say Eridanus would probably just be speaking with Valen.
In that case, either of you can make a history check. Eridanus. Not much so, Valen. Well, I guess to both of you, actually. You would know that, generally speaking, given just about anything, pretty much a majority of Wildmount wouldn't have access to any of that information, nor would most of Isilra or Taldore. Vasselheim is probably one of the most well-knowledged or historied locations. But to Eridanus, to you specifically, the only two places you could imagine having such information would be the ruins of Eeyore, I believe is what it was called. I might need to go double check that though. Let me check the known realms of Exandria. That and you know what? I should really just go look at the map before I speak. Actually, let me do that. Known realms of Exandria. The Eeyore ruins. That's what it is, not Eeyore. And the city of Uthadern, where you know it is ruled by many old elf families who survived the calamity and fled north into the mountains alongside the dwarves.
Hold on, I need to pull out my map. The other known realms of Exandria. Where are these people? Not that I'm probably ever going to see them at this point, but...
Sorry.
Hold on, so where are these?
If you're on the Rome Realms, Uthadern is up here. But dark, but let's go ahead and make it daytime real quick and put us at our hour 10.
The opposite end of the world.
Yeah.
And then Eeyore is just a hop, skip, and a jump up here.
Oh my god, okay, yeah, so these guys probably wouldn't know shit. Lovely.
Other than that, very hard to believe that anyone else would have that type of information beyond, like, maybe scattered scholars who live in the woods for millions of years.
Mm-hmm.
Which, who knows how hard those would be to find.
So where the hell is Vasselheim? I'm wondering. in
Vasselheim
relation to all
is right
this.
up here. Keep talking. I'm gonna go upstairs real quick. I need to quickly grab something.
It's right up here in Othanzia.
Oh, there we are. Jesus. You guys were on some hater ass shit to go all the way down there just to kill a bunch of dudes trying to become gods.
Bro, that ain't hater type shit. That's this guy might be the
Well,
next Vecna kind of shit.
Back in those days, everyone had teleportation.
Oh, the first Vecna rather.
That's still some hater ass shit to even just teleport across like half the world just to kill a bunch of dudes. Jeez.
Nah, you
guys
teleport
can't-
half across the world for groceries back then.
You guys can't let a bunch of dudes do nothing.
Bro, didn't
Can't
we
have
teleport
shit
like
in
halfway
Exandria.
across the world to get here? We were in
trying to save-
Jorhas and now we're in.
we were trying to save Persephone.
Okay, that's
Oh yeah, that's the reason, not the prophecy or anything, not the divine relic we wear on our fucking neck.
This is something literally can't have shit in Exandria. This is ridiculous.
Sorry, we tried to stop a guy ascending to godhood one time.
One time is.
I mean, if we think about it, Vasselheim's had a pretty good streak of stopping people ascending to godhood, so I think they actually are just kind of haters.
Oh my god.
I think they do just kind of fucking suck, actually.
Watch them do it again.
And it'll happen a third time.
I'm looking at you, Valen. There's gonna be some bullshit. I'm about to go on my
Hey,
full Victor.
you know
I'm like
what?
full Victor from Arcane Arc, and then Valen's gonna be like, no.
Listen,
Yeah, I'm gonna go on
Adonis,
like Jace from Arcane Arc.
listen, Adonis, you and me are homies. You send one divine boon my way, I'll walk it off. No questions asked.
Wait, Adonis, did you watch the show all the way through?
No, but I've seen the spoilers.
Okay, alright.
Just
Fair enough.
one epic boon, send it my way, never gonna ask another question.
Oh.
That's the only time Jace ever activates his hammer, when he sees a child.
Oh boy.
This is ridiculous. Look, I'm just saying, if we became gods, we could have made the world a much better place. But instead, we're here.
Surely.
All because Vasselheim was on some hater shit, because they couldn't.
You're
they couldn't
definitely
stand
the
to
good
see-
guy.
They couldn't stand to see a bunch of curious people becoming gods and learning everything there is about the universe. We could have been playing Starfinder if Eric Donis got his way. We would have been playing Starfinder right now. Hold on. I gotta write something on the map real quick.
God. Where? Where are you at? Where are you writing?
He's scribbling on Vasselheim.
The ops. Oh my god.
opposition.
It's alright. The gods only tried to destroy Valheim a couple of times.
I guess I gotta write ops over here on
Really
the
speaking, they
fucking
weren't trying hard enough. They have not witnessed the light of Allah.
Exandria. Oh boy. We're almost done. We got one more. Yippee!
I do wonder what the last thing is gonna be. We're finally gonna meet the person named Cassiopeia. As in the person literally named after the constellation. Which is weird because I thought the leader would have been named after the constellation, but apparently not. Because I have names here. I have Kaf, Shadar, Cassiopeia, Rukba, and Sagan.
Uh-huh.
You know, based off the constellation, I see that I was apparently, if I was actually a member of this group, I guess I was named C. I suppose.
I don't know, bro.
I guess we'll have to see. Oh, it's C is also called Gamma Cassiopeia. Never mind.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay. I have determined that Vasselheim is now the ops.
Of course.
Anyways. Eridanis will just head off after that conversation with Valen, thinking on the history of the world and some such things.
All right, then.
Anyone else got anything planned?
Yep.
I do have something planned, but have it planned for after the volcano. So
You know, I'm actually gonna do it. I gotta drown my sorrows.
jungle juice.
Oh man.
We still don't know what my potion did, and I'm very afraid.
Oh wait. Multiple days have passed since you drank your potion.
I believe so, because we drank it in the city when we came all the way out here. So
How many days? Like 4? Would you say? Maybe 5?
Yeah, probably 4.
likely.
If you died within 2 days of drinking that potion, you would have been revived.
Zam.
Okay, lovely. Well, I'm
Comedy.
drinking my final jungle juice.
All right. I accidentally closed the foundry. Whoops.
Good job.
No, I'm good. We're rolling another.
No. What was it? What was it?
Use that one. Use that one.
Use that one.
Let me see it. Let's see it. No, don't be a coward.
Lock it in.
No, this is like a 10-session ruining potion. I'm not.
Okay, what is it? What is
I'll
it?
tell you what it is. I'm not using this because my own
I can't cast
sanity.
magic.
God, if only. The content of this potion is a literal soul. If you try to drink it, you must succeed a DC 13 con save. I would have made it much higher, or you and your soul will be swapped for 1d10 days.
Well, you know what? Hold on.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
It doesn't answer any questions. Moving on. New potion.
Boom, nerd. I win.
Wow. No. New potion effect. We're not doing that. No.
This next one's gonna turn you to stone.
That's not much. If you think about it really hard, that's really not much of a change from my original situation.
That one just gives you detect thoughts, as if you didn't already have that.
I mean,
you know what? This is good.
No, it's actually good because detect thoughts for me right now lasts only like a minute. Do I have permanent detect thoughts or what?
It's basically only like a day of detect thoughts, and you're going to be flying for a day. So, the Viral Potion effect of you drowning your sorrows. The steaming liquid is lime in color.
Ooh, does it taste like lime?
Sure. Yeah. As well as probably like the worst alcohol you've ever tasted.
That's a really low bar.
As you drink it, you suddenly feel more drunk than you've ever been, and you're gonna have a very bad hangover in the morning.
Also a really low bar.
Damn,
Yeah.
dude.
So there you go.
You know what? I feel that appropriately drowns my sorrows for learning that we got taken out by a bunch of fucking Luddites. Insane.
That sounds like a slur. Oh my god.
We got taken out by a bunch of Luddites.
You don't repeat it.
Now, can you say that into the microphone, sir?
God.
I speak stuff. Calamities from this scholar.
So what? You just drink it and like go flicking like fall over yourself. What happens? How are you when you're drunk?
I guess I get really fucked up. I feel like Eridonis is the. Has Eridonis ever actually been drunk with all of you? I don't think he has.
I don't think he's gotten smashed. No.
He's never gotten smashed. Let's flip a coin. Hold on.
Was this between being a fun drunk or a sad drunk? What was the coin for?
You know, it's really fucked up how these people in Vasselheim, how they like just can't keep their noses out of places where it doesn't belong, and it makes me really sad.
Oh,
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
They have to do that. Why did they?
okay. All right. Just gonna nervously go over and give him a hug and pat him on the back.
Gilmore's way too strong a shit, goddamn.
It's okay. It'll be fine. It happened
Whoever
forever
those people
ago.
from Vasselheim were, they're long dead now.
Yeah, what he said.
I'm still alive, so I need to get sober.
Drinking more is not gonna help. Oh my god.
See, I'm a scholar, so I know things.
Uh-huh. Okay, alright, buddy. I really don't think drinking more is going to solve your problem.
I know things, and I could have known more.
Uh-huh, and you're gonna know less if you
so much more.
damage your brain from alcohol poisoning.
But you see, if they let me, if they had just not killed me, I would not have needed a brain, and I would not have needed this body and this flesh that's not even mine, I feel.
Uh-huh.
You smell like you shit yourself.
It's
He's drunk. Stop drinking! Stop it! I'm like,
Listen, I don't care who deals with it, but I'm not carrying him to bed.
You can sleep out here on deck.
what if he falls over?
Well, tie a rope to him.
Oh my god.
Ah, you got it right, Ponytail.
Is that my new nickname?
What the fuck you mean new?
Oh, you haven't called me that in a long time.
I'll take that as a yes. Have fun with that.
Okay. We're back on babysitter duty. Okay, come here, buddy. Come over here and sit down. You tell me all your woes.
No, I don't want to go.
We're just sitting. Just sit down.
I don't want to sit.
If you do not sit, I will make you sit.
I'm going to stand.
Oh my god.
I'm going to... I want to look at the stars.
You can look at the
How
stars while
high
you're
up
sitting.
Do you think we've gone?
What? From where?
He's not going to elaborate on that last point.
Look, you can emulate me, and I'm gonna lay on the deck of the ship and look up at the sky. Look, see, we can look at the stars while we're laying down and not standing and not falling over the edge.
Oh. Yeah. Eridos is going to, like, fall over, like right all fall over.
Onto
Like, flat on his
the
face.
boards. Oh my god. Okay. Good enough. Wrong direction. I'm gonna like roll him. You good?
He's probably passed out at this point.
Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna put my blanket over him, I guess. Oof. Perfect. Beautiful. Where did Valen go? Did Valen watch all of that?
Valen probably went below deck.
I don't want to be here. You know what? I'm going to leave my familiar here, and my familiar will sleep on your back since you're laying on your stomach, and I'm gonna go down as well.
You're supposed to put him on his side in case he throws up.
Oh my god, if he throws up, it'll leave his...
He'll drown in it.
Okay, well, my familiar will warn me that he fucking vomited all over himself. Don't worry, it'll be fine. I've got the fucking familiar bodyguard on duty. He'll be fine, he's just sleeping.
All right. Anyways, as you
Well-
guys finish up with your
Actually, the drunk Adonis opportunity has made this an ideal time. Actually, so since you're coming down deck, Valen, hey, you got a second to talk?
Seems like everyone wants to talk tonight. What is it?
More just, I don't know. I've kind of been waiting to talk with somebody who hasn't really been involved. Like I say,
Hasn't been involved.
not stuff in the past.
We've killed together.
I know. That's why I'm talking to you at all. I'm having a bit of a crisis lately, and you're like the closest thing there is to a holy man around here, so I'll take what I can get.
Very well. Unburden yourself, my child.
Alright. Fucking. So, when we went to the reflection pool, right? A lot more of my past became clear. I'm sure you've gotten the gist of it by now, but I got killed, and then I got reincarnated, and it's been a wild fucking ride up to this point. But the guy that killed me still walks around, which really fucking bothers me. That pool showed me that, well, when they did it, they were still kind of young. Not really sure if it was... I don't know how much they actually cared. But everything I've done up to this point has been about finding them and them getting what they deserve. And now I'm not so sure they deserve it. But at the same time, I don't know if you're familiar with Jorhas's religions, but the Luxon brought me back. And I don't know what for, if it wasn't to finish my duty.
And what duty was that?
Well, at the time it was to bring the beacon home, but considering where I ended up, that clearly got done. So I think it's to avenge the people that I lost. My soldiers. And get revenge for myself in the process.
I'm not very familiar with this Luxon or anything from Jorhas, really. Does it
Not
regularly
surprised.
bring people back for revenge?
I don't know about for revenge, but well, we find these artifacts that we call Luxon beacons, and they have... Well, they got a lot of shit that I don't really understand, but the big thing is that they can bring people back. Reincarnated into new bodies. Just like I was. Could have picked a better fucking place, but... I don't know, maybe where I ended up was for the best. But that's not important right now. I don't know what to do. And I really thought I did.
You're braver than me for even considering going back to your old life. I left mine in the dirt. Well, in a manner of speaking.
I don't think I want to go back to my old life. I think I just kind of want to settle my accounts, if that makes sense. I don't remember much, but I get glimpses, and that pool showed me a bit more. I don't really think I had anything worth returning to, which...
Did you have family? Friends?
I don't know about family, but I don't think I had very many friends, if any. It's fuzzy. It's really fuzzy, which is the hardest fucking part, right? I can't remember half of this shit. Even family-wise, all I know is my name. And I sure as fuck ain't in Jorhas right now, so I can't exactly look them up if they exist. And... I mean, I had the chance to while I was there, but I didn't. I don't know why, but I didn't.
What did the reflecting pool show you? Exactly.
Exactly. The only thing that was really clear to me was... Well, stuff leading up to my death, right? But I got feelings of other things. But what it really highlighted was the how of everything. What I used to think was that I just got fucking domed in the head, right? But no. Got lined up, proper execution style. Some fucking bitch and then the guy I've been chasing after. But I saw his eyes. And his eyes painted a story that I definitely couldn't have imagined. I don't think he wanted to shoot me. But I'm just fucking angry. I want to wring his... I want to kill him. I want to kill him.
Have you ever considered that he was just doing his job?
I don't know
Maybe
what his
someone-
job was. I don't know
Someone
anything
wanted to
about
hunt
him.
your group down. Stop you from, delivering the Luxon.
We were finding it. We located it, and... well, they were there. Didn't even get the chance to make the back trip. Or even start it. You know, I had the opportunity before. Before all this shit with Elixir, right? I tracked halfway across the fucking country. To Whitestone. That's where I got this shit. And Persephone, like, fucking lays... basically throws her gun onto the table. This was his. I snuck it off of him while a distraction was going on. I had him dead to rights. Could have pulled the trigger right then and there. And I fucking didn't. I just didn't. And I still have no fucking idea why. I beat myself up for that. For fucking months. I still kinda do. All I thought I want was I wanted him dead. And I couldn't do it. And I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore.
Maybe you should just keep going as you are. Following this thread to Elixion, and if the gods or fate or whoever they worship in Shoraz, if they really want you to finish your business and kill this man, they'll put him in your path again, and again, and again. You'll have plenty of chances to pull your trigger. And it's up to you to decide if you act on it or not.
I'm getting real fucking tired of this fake shit. I guess you're right.
Telling me. I'm the one who chased a demigod halfway across the world.
Oh, buddy, you don't know the half of the shit we went through. Fucking... We had this one person who was with us before you joined, right? Holy shit. I don't even know what to fucking call him, but he had this guy, his patron named Noviesk. He was some fucking fae, demon, something, I don't know. But he and him fucking had us go out there in the middle of a forest and fight one of the largest demons I've ever fucking seen. And that's how I died, by the way. The second time. All these scars, burnt to a fucking crisp. I spent my first week in Ank'Harel as a body.
But you got better.
Yeah, I got better.
Phelan will run his hand through his hair, a little nervous gesture, and then say, to tell you the truth, I was kind of grateful when I stopped hearing Parajeet and I had this excuse to run away.
Why's that?
Travel all the way to Ank'Harel, some far-flung desert continent. You don't know what they put you through in Vasselheim.
I bet I don't.
It's touted as this kingdom of the gods, or city of splendors, or whatever they're calling it now. But if you really want to make a living there, You're basically forced to join the church. Any church. It's a cradle of faith. And let me tell you, work there is not all sunshine and roses. It's hard work.
I don't take you for a scholar, so I bet I can guess the kind of work.
I was this close to becoming a judicator. I swore the oaths, you know.
How's a
Vow of
judicator?
silence. What is a judicator? They're like a branch of the church dedicated entirely to enforcement. I don't know if you heard Eridonis' ranting above deck.
I'm sure that was for real.
People from Vasselheim that he despises so much. Sort of a long tradition there of raising an army to march in and stamp down on anyone performing any acts of heresy. Recovering relics that are places they shouldn't be, locked away in museums. The pay was nice. But that was about it.
So you're a weapon. Can't say that I'm unfamiliar. I mean, hell. My dad, rat bastard that he was, he taught me damn good how to be a weapon. Don't think that's what I wanted to be, though. But fate's a fickle bitch.
I had a quiet childhood. Grew up in a small village. The second my divine heritage showed itself, I was packed up and shipped away to the city. Didn't get much of a choice after that.
Wow.
I guess you could relate.
You're not far off. Now, I mean, hopefully your parents are still alive at least.
I don't even know. I've never been back.
You wanna go back?
Of course I want to go back. Do you know the crazy things I've heard of since then? Avatars to Vecna, monsters of all sorts, waging war on the Dawn City. I want to know if my friends are still there. I want to know if my parents are still alive. Not to mention those final moments of my trials before I ran away. They're just so foggy.
Fuck it. Tell you what. We both lived through this. We find your, find this parity. Let's get you home. I mean, we got an airship, right? So. How could it be?
I don't think this is our airship. I think it's the captain's.
I think any amount of money will make someone move as far as we want.
If we find a hidden treasure trove in this sunken city, we might just have a chance.
I mean, hey, if consortium business goes well enough, we might not even need a treasure trove. Though, one would be wanted, don't get me wrong.
And if we do come across one, we don't have to tell the consortium.
True. Honestly, we don't tell them a lot of things.
Gods, no, I haven't. Some secrets are worth keeping.
Yeah, so... You know, gonna be honest, wasn't really sure how much I was gonna get out of this. Just kind of desperate, right? This is actually kind of helpful.
If you ever need a shoulder to cry on, or a not quite cleric to listen to your problems, you know where I'll be.
I appreciate that. Though, I think if I don't use Fenn's shoulders to cry, they're gonna kill me, so... probably spare you on that one. Thanks. Means a lot.
Don't mention it.
Stephanie's gonna get up and fuck off.
Alright. And with that, you're ready to push forward.
Yes.
Okay. Give me a second. Just doing some light reading here.
Has Erdonis approved at all this session?
I mean, I have bingo, theoretically. I think we're 50-50 on the split the party, though, so I'm gonna not count it.
I need you guys to do gay things.
No!
What?
I
I'm right
bingo
here!
if Erdonis approved.
Alright. Sorry, just shaking this.
Eratos would have approved. I feel like you guys helping him out and everything and stuff. He would approve.
That didn't count as the middle of the night vision, did
No,
No,
this
it's the
is
middle of
true.
the day
It was
vision.
morning.
it? Morning vision, okay.
The addiction's getting worse. We've been tripping out even during the morning now.
I won't send my potential bingo, though, because I already have inspiration.
I sent mine, but I also already have inspiration, so we'll Actually, doesn't just everyone have inspiration? Hold on. Yeah, everyone has inspiration.
Well, in that case...
Oh, there you go. One of you wins. Alright, I think I'm good. So, as you press forward, eventually you arrive to the base of the Cal Mountains. In the distance, as you're flying, a soft shadow seems to go overhead. You all try and look to see what it might be, perhaps some sort of bird. You see, far ducking below the clouds, a swiftly moving, almost red scar zip overhead and straight past into the mountains below, before descending into distant treetops.
Red Star?
Out of sight. A red scar. Just something that moves very fast. Hard to see.
It's Lightning McQueen.
Can I have tried to get a good look at it before it disappeared?
Make me a perception
I would
check.
also
I
like
think
to do that.
Eratos has a
Cam, this will be
telescope.
You can, but this will be very hard. Eradonis, your
Okay.
DC will be lowered.
Could
least a
I
little.
have guidanced it?
Can.
Alright.
Cat. Ooh.
Damn, your eye is good.
I don't think I would have caught it even with a telescope. I'm still
Okay.
trying to try to extend it fully.
Without a telescope, it's very difficult to make out what this is, even with the movement that it provides. But, Valen, you are a perceptive type, able to catch up on things that others might miss. You see Eridanus fiddling with his telescope, and Persephone seeming more interested in the cloud formations, perhaps. But you focus in, and it reminds you of something. You recall back in the city, when you and your party were fighting, albeit a much weaker version, a dragon. This one, though, given the distance and perspective, probably much larger.
Guys, that looked like a really large red dragon.
No, you can't be serious.
What the fuck did you just say?
Towards that volcano. Was that... Did you see that?
I mean, I guess it would make sense. We are near a very warm area. Mountains, fucking
Alright, yeah.
yes.
No, fucking... absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not.
Eridanus is going to look to, he's going to look
Yeah,
at Valen and make sure he isn't shitting, he isn't joking or anything, and he's going to turn to the captain. Has the captain reacted at all to this?
The captain, after hearing that, is going to say, maybe we'll make this one more of a drop-and-go kind of situation.
I think it's for the best.
We're already
I
in the
think we
area.
just make this a go situation, personally.
I'll leave that up to all of you. I'm still getting paid enough to care enough to try, and we're already here.
How badly do we need to see this last scholar?
Very.
Dude, that thing breathes fucking fire.
And
Not
it's
this
got
far.
basically arrow-proof scales.
If you don't want to go down there, you don't need to.
I've truths yet to seek out for myself. If you wish to stay aboard, you are welcome to be my guest. But I've come too far now.
You have longer range now, right? You have the thing that the turtle guy was using.
You're trying to talk to Persephone, but Persephone's face is just bent in frustration. Your words are basically bouncing off her skull. Oh, you're really busting my balls here, Adonis.
Eridanus gonna look confused for a moment. I don't think you have those.
Shut up. Fucking fine. If I get torched, I'm gonna... Let's just go.
Then
Let's
I'll
just
bring
go
you back
before I can
again.
change my mind.
Alright.
The captain says, this one will be fast. I'm going to fly over your destination and probably not stop much to give you time to jump off. Take the stone and do as you've done before. Little bit of turbulence this time going down, though, so aim for a nicer spot. And thankfully, looks like... Well, never mind. I was going to say there were a few trees, but most of it seems scorched. If you look below the ship, you can now see the ground coming into view. Dry, magma-filled crags and what look like well-burnt trees left to char. You see fires over distance, but these seem to almost border. Looks to be a thick and well-humid jungle that keeps itself from burning. At least completely. Down below, you spot just on the edge of this jungle what looks to be a village. And shockingly, seems relatively intact. This is the location marked on your map.
Alright, then I guess we'll prepare to jump. We're just going over immediately.
Of all the fucking times I give the consortium the... Ah!
Alright. Does your group jump?
Yeah,
Look out
I'm
below!
already.
Alright. You all begin to dive. Probably with certain members of your group taking the initiative last. But after a bit of persuasion, your group's able to coordinate a dive enough to go downward.
Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to give my Vigilant Blessing to Fenzira.
What does that do?
It gives advantage on the next initiative roll they make.
Awesome. Wonderful to hear. In that case, there's a few places you can try to land. There's what looks to be a decent pond of water and a small treetop, but you remember the pains of falling through the trees before. Water probably is the safest. But the choice is up to your group.
Hell, I already got.
Hmm?
Sorry. Well, okay, I am casting Featherfall for all of you folks. Either way, I don't think I caught that last part about where exactly we're falling.
Featherfall helps, but given the trajectory that your group is being deployed at, just to help kind of break the velocity a little bit. Help give you something to land on so you don't splatter on your face when you hit the ground, even if you're falling slowly. So, basically, do you want to land in the trees or in the water?
I will take the trees.
You can all choose your own space. It had to be a group decision.
Is it just like a pool?
I feel like
Yeah,
the water's
it's a
going to be
decent-sized pool.
boiling.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. We shouldn't be. Well, if it's boiling, there should be steam coming off it. Is there steam coming off the pool in Aaron?
Not a sufficient amount, but
It could still
you
be
would
very
note.
hot, though.
Yeah, you would note that it looks like a massive crater. Like perhaps there was a much larger lake here before, but most of it's evaporated.
No, let's just go for the trees.
All right. Your group will coordinate a landing and fall into the nearby trees. As you grab onto the branches, you do the same you've done before and you begin to start shimmying down. However, as you're climbing, earthquakes erupt. You begin to feel the ground shake beneath your feet. You brace for a moment. Maybe it's the volcano itself, but regardless, I want all of you to make me an athletics check. To try and hold on to these trees as the earth shakes below you and the trees shudder in response.
Adonis is the strongest man alive, I'll have you guys know.
Oh my god.
Okay. All of you are going to fall off these trees
Great.
as a group. You won't take much damage, just 3d6. So,
Oh, not much
all
damage.
12 damage. 12
Oh, yeah,
damage.
not much damage.
Bludgeoning damage. Little fall damage for you. A treat.
Gotta do math now. Fuck.
Not much.
You don't have to do math. Just type -12 in your hit point bar.
What?
In your.
Have you been doing math this whole time?
Not when we're in combat. Fucking.
Regardless.
Left click on your hit points. Type in -12 and then
Oh my
hit
god.
enter.
Pretty great.
Okay.
You probably aren't concentrating on that anymore.
No.
Math for you.
Alrighty. Well, with that taken care of, regardless, you land onto the ground and you hold steady as the earth begins to shake and you begin to lurch from the pain of falling out of these trees. You groan for a moment, but eventually the ground stops as you see bits of magma starting to kind of pour through the nearby lands and run fast from the top of the great volcano ahead of you, as well as smoke that temporarily enters the sky before dispersing into the lands below. As small chunks of rock are belched from this massive volcanic moat of earth.
I'll brush a few broken branches and leaves off my shirt. We're not going up there, are we?
Can I check my star map? My holographic one?
The map wants you to go into the jungle towards that village, which is away from the volcano. But still within, I would say, roughly 7 miles.
Eridons is going to like look towards the volcano, point towards the volcano, look to Valen, and then rotate over to Fate to point towards the village. We're going there.
Is that village in the path of that volcano?
Seems to be safely out of the path.
Then let's get going.
Persephone took off like 3 sentences ahead of you.
All right.
As we
Is your-
walk, Herodon's going to ask Finzyra,
Mm.
did I say anything strange last night?
A few things. You were very distraught and upset about the stuff that you've been learning.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Eridon seems like he's going to say something else, but then he just decides to keep going.
I'm gonna try and jog or run, I guess, to catch up to
Pepperoni.
As you begin to move. The only other notable feature you spot as you're heading towards the jungle is what looks like a kind of rift of magma floating nearby you in this kind of dried, precipitationless plain. You see maybe a distant flame on a charred tree. The flame itself exhibits some weird properties, you would understand, as this flame appears tinged in dark red and almost hisses and crackles constantly. You feel like this fire should have went out by now, or at least started dying down, but it burns with a sinister ferocity. And embers and sparks are being showered off almost constantly.
It's good that you finally mentioned fire, because I was waiting for you to. Persephone has the glasses of looking stylish on, because it's very bright out, and anytime there's a fire nearby, I am going to dim it as much as humanly possible so I don't have to look at it.
You try your best to dim the fire, and to your credit, you're successful in most regards, getting it lower, and shutting down the frequency of its ferocity, but you just can't put it out no matter how hard you try. And if you do, it always seems to come back with a fervor. Regardless, as forward as your group treks, you eventually make it into the jungle properly. And not too far off, you see the village. As you begin to approach, however, you hear rustles in the nearby trees. Not like something stalking you, though. As shortly after, a figure walks out of the tree line towards your group. You see, and let me go ahead and get a proper description here for this figure. What looks to be a female furbolg, clad in what you imagine is a metal breastplate with hide making up different parts of it, and much thicker clothing than you seem to expect here, or at least rugged adventuring gear. What looks to almost be like a hunter, but you notice different tattoos or symbols up and down her arms, and the hair kept to the side, as well as wraps on the fists, which are covered currently with leather gloves. The furbolg looks to your group. We don't get many travelers around here often. Might I ask who all of you are? In your flying vessel?
I don't see why you don't get travelers. There's a big fucking flying lizard.
Right. Glad to hear that you've met him.
We haven't. I want to keep it that way.
That's probably for a good enough reason. I need to fucking give me a second to mute and pronounce his name before I say it out loud.
Good enough reason. It's a dragon.
Well, you see, more to talk on that later, but he's a bit distracted at the moment. We call him Akka around here, but his real name is much too complicated for me to worry about pronouncing.
Bro gave up.
Fuck you. Fucking you pronounce this. Hold on. I'm struggling here. I'm asking for help more than I'm trying to be like, if I can prove me wrong, help me. I don't know how to pronounce this.
Akonverd.
Akonverad?
Akonverd. Yeah.
Ah!
You gotta
Oh,
mean
is
you're
it-
Scandinavian.
Is it in the appendix? There's like a pronunciation guide? Fuck, there isn't. Okay, whatever.
Converd.
They call him a ka.
A coup.
Regardless.
Extra thick.
Extra thick! A converd. Verd. Converd. Converd? Maybe.
A convert. They're religious.
Whoa. Regardless, the Furbolg will say, and before I forget any formalities, my name's Diasma. All of you?
Hi, Maradonis. A pleasure to meet you.
It always
Well?
happens. Persephone.
Lindsay.
Right. Cool.
Valen.
Awesome. Well, I don't imagine all of you are coming here by choice, so you get tossed off your ship.
We are.
Unfortunately.
We most certainly are.
Huh. Then
Listen,
you haven't heard about this place.
not particularly.
Hmm.
We would appreciate any pointers about your. He's gonna look past. How does this village look like exactly? What are we dealing with here?
It's off in the distance, but it seems to be hidden in the tree lines. Relatively to be expected. What looks like a few almost forgedly built cabins using different materials from the nearby woodlands, work shacks for the sake of maintaining these houses, as well as rebuilding them when necessary. And what looks like a massive wrestling pit that's carved into the middle of this village square.
Oh my god, I'm kind of scared of that for some reason.
They'll kind of cross their arms and lean back against a tree. All right. What was your question again? Sorry, just
Well, as I was saying, we could appreciate any pointers you have about your lovely village.
Oh yeah, I guess you'll be coming with me. It's probably not best you stay out here unless you want to wander into the big dragon, eh?
No, thank you. Let's go.
Right. We'll move for now, but I'm gonna have to ask that you be polite, seeing as we don't get people around here often, as I said. Follow me, and she'll start walking. As you see her move, she moves with a confident stride. Most people you imagine traveling in the jungle would probably be keeping their eyes open for any predators or monsters that might attack them. Seems she's not too scared of that being a possibility. However, her eyes are kept in the sky almost constantly. Eventually, you even see what looks to be almost it catches you off guard. It scares you even, perhaps. What looks like a spectral copy break off from this Furbolg and start to kind of wander off to the side, keeping a watch of its own, before eventually recoalescing and re-emerging with the Furbolg themselves. Seems like we're clear for now. Where'd you say you saw the dragon when you were heading in?
Is that an echo?
Oh, that? Sorry. Gotta remember you're new. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd call it. I don't know. I just call it my ghost buddy.
Is it an actual fucking ghost?
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
I didn't think I'd be getting personal about my own things with you guys, seeing as we just met. Can we save that for later?
Point taken.
At least let me show you around first before we start asking questions like that. Alright. We're here. Welcome to the village. Not a lot to really say about this place. Used to be a little more thriving than this, if you can imagine. Shoot, we even considered being a city, seeing as we're not too far off of Eos. But, as you can tell, an unwanted visitor moved into the nearby mountains. There were always volcanoes, of course, but... it's shared. A lot of owners over the years we've lived here. When our people first arrived, it had actually been the home to, well, our own tribesmen. Or at least the ones who started here. We built it up and eventually had a nice place carved out for ourselves, lining a decent stretch of this jungle. But the dragon took a lot of slaves and tithes and just about anything you could imagine something like that wanting. And over time, our humble little place has shrunk down to this nice, manageable chunk that the dragon doesn't really mind keeping around so long as we pay him nice. Hunting's hard to do alone, especially when you're that big. So, we spend a lot of our time now, just a few of us that are left, just wrestling. Wrestling and working on our spiritual bodies. You know, keep our brains intact, going insane. A lot of people wanted to move out, and a few people have. But most of us hold a very good sentiment with this place, and we don't plan on leaving anytime soon. Now, the dragon. That's a tricky conundrum. Actually, recently, a cult came in. Don't know to what god, but they were powerful and magic. They brought with them spells and conjured these infernal beasts. And somehow they managed to get that dragon to leave its home for a while. Not sure what they did. We thought all of our problems were solved until the cult started taking us as sacrifices. Which was all fine and good. Till the third owners moved in. This is actually pretty recent. Kinda convenient you guys arrived here. Recently, I don't know where they came from, but these giants, you know, people of our lineage, kind of started moving in. Big folk. And you ever seen a giant before?
One or two.
Just demons.
Nope.
Kind of points to you, Valen. What kind do you see? Tell a story about that.
Well, what's to tell? They're not that impressive. Mostly just their size that catches people off guard.
You must have fought hill giants then. No, these are fire. A lot meaner. And a lot better at crafting things, too. You see, the dragon came back once the cult was gone. The giants made sure to take care of them. But they weren't no better than the dragon himself, honestly. They had a bit of a spat. You know, for as similar as they are to one another, they just couldn't see eye to eye. Guess they both wanted what the other had. Dragon retreated for a bit after a battle. I know a few of those giants were hurt from it. And word has it, they got a damn starsmith in there. Working on making something to put an end to that dragon. It starts to make me wonder what would be a worse host.
Sorry, a what?
A starsmith?
Oh, guess that doesn't mean nothing to you. Yeah. Her name. Let me go read her name. Hold on.
First name Star, last name Smith.
Fuck and
No
That's
way.
her name. No.
Wait, so hold on. While Nerd is searching for it, if
Aha!
I understand this correctly, there is a dragon, but there's also fire giants, and they both fucked with this village, but they also hate each other. That being the giants.
There
and
was
the
a dragon. So there's a dragon. Drove the village down to a small size. Then a cult came in and drove away the dragon. Then some giants came in and drove away the cult. And now the dragon and the giants are fighting each other, and the giants
Okay.
are trying to bring in a starsmith.
Lovely. I know exactly where my people stand in all this. And you see, we drove away the dragon, so we're pretty good. Once more,
Either way,
Vasselheim 0, Star Cultists 50 million.
she says, Brimskarda is, I think, the name. You see, they came down here, actually. 2 of them. They didn't bring a whole group. They had a bit of an edict for us. They were going to have us start collecting resources for them and bring them up. We're not a mining village, so we gave them everything we could and they went on their way. Seems the dragon came back for round 2. Either way, that was just a couple days ago. No clue where the dragon is now, but he's probably getting ready for his 3rd round. Wouldn't be surprised if he attacks any minute or day now. Hard to tell. But a starsmith, they're called forge callers, I think. They claim that they're able to connect this volcano to ancient giant heritage. I don't have a clue. And by doing it, they can reach into their spiritual bodies and pull something down from the stars. Metal, I guess. Suppose they plan on making something out of it. I don't know. Couldn't tell you what you'd make with a bunch of star metal. Either way, they've traveled the continent learning how that stuff works, so who knows what they're planning. If I had to guess, though, probably isn't very good for us.
And
Yeah, he sounds kind of a bit fucked.
And this starsmith, you said, is among the fire giants.
Mm-hmm. She is a fire giant. Brimskarda's their leader. And their smith. Guess they fill both roles. Don't think they've gotten to work on anything quite yet, though. They're just still setting up. It's only been a course of weeks that this has all happened.
What about the cults?
The cult? I don't know. Probably enslaved or something. Like I said, they were occupying that place, and they put up a good fight, I'm sure, but the giants probably put up a better one.
Well, the more we know, the better, right?
Unfortunately, we don't have a lot past what I've told you. Anyways, I doubt many people are going to come out of their homes unless the trials begin. But I guess it all depends. Why are you guys here? Suppose I never asked.
Herodotus is going to show off his star map. I have a map that I've been following. I'm not sure how much of ancient history you know, but I'm tracking down the remnants of a group of scholars who once plied their trade across this whole continent. The very last one. They're here somewhere. I suspect either in your village or somewhere in the area around it. They would have had some kind of a gemstone, a magical one.
Huh. Well, I don't know about a corpse. Probably nothing but ashes by now. But a gemstone? What do you want with this gemstone?
There are certain memories that are held within these gemstones. Ones that are very, very important to me. I simply seek out these memories. You speak as though you might know what I'm talking about.
I might. Just memories you're trying to take, huh? Like a spirit journey.
Of sorts, yes.
Well, the only magic stone I know about's our spirit stone, but that was taken by the giants. So what they're using is their catalyst. You see, lava's good for working metal, but apparently that thing's also pretty good for it. Guess we can talk a little more now about this. You'll kind of see the ghost come out of the side, and they'll kind of put their arm over the side of it. I guess I can give the picture now for these two. The book gives, at least. There you go. As I said, Ghost Buddy might be a little bit of a simplification, but this is something that a few of us around here can do. Best wrestlers, you see. The stone helped for channeling these rituals, but it's actually our people's practices, you see. We found that we could connect to our own spirits and project them, at least a little bit. Short radius, but it works. Helps us out quite a bit. But we won't be doing a whole lot of that with the spirit stones stolen.
Why not?
As I said, might not be the only part of the ritual, but it's damn sure important. Or at least it was. So you want it, huh?
He's, at the very least, got to get his memories off the thing.
I wouldn't be keeping it necessarily. But yes, I do need to at least examine it.
Fine. Honestly, it's a dated ritual anyways. You help us deal with our giant problem, and hopefully, maybe even as a little bonus, deal with the dragon too while we're at it. At least drive it away, somehow. Maybe figure out what those cultists did, huh? Then you can do whatever you want with the stone. A bit of peace is going to be worth more than any magical ritual.
Say, if we manage that impossible task, maybe you could show me what the best wrestlers do in their downtime.
Actually, you'll be learning, all of you. Kind of points to each of you. I didn't say you were going to be doing this alone. That'd be suicidal. We'll help you out, but first you gotta learn our ways. Assuming you agree, of course. Reckon your skyship ain't too far from here? You could always fly off and leave.
We've come far, far too far and dealt with way too much bullshit to turn back now. Eridon Scoots looks to the others for confirmation.
Quickly gonna say. Far, far too far does sound like quite a far way.
Well,
Right.
if you-
Okay, whatever.
You've already dealt with fire giants and a dragon, so I guess that just makes me the third hottest thing to show up in this village.
What?
You burnt.
Maybe you'll make a good wrestler. Couple of you look tough. Couple of you look like you could use a little extra weight.
Harry Dottis with his 8 strength.
Don't worry. Once you tell them that you're helping us out, village will feed you great. How's that sound? Will you help us? And get your rock too?
I certainly intend to help. Who knows, this might even turn out to be fun. In a very terrible, agonizing sort of way, but we're used to that.
We certainly are.
Well, we've been waiting for the right group of people to come along to help us out. I gotta tell you though, the challenges we're gonna make you go through, it ain't gonna be easy. You gotta really be ready if you're gonna pass the test.
Well, lead the way.
Wonderful. Follow me. Oh, and by the way, we're still gonna have to convince some of the leaders of the village. It's more of a community, though. I'm just a scout. But I'm a pretty good wrestler, so that'll earn its own respect. Pick the biggest, toughest guy around here, though, and beat him in a fight. They'll do anything you say. And with that?
Do we want to call a session here, perhaps?
Yeah, I was just about to say. And with that, your group will head into the village, making your way towards hut and past different workshops. It seems like a ghost town, but life begins to stir as you enter it. Before you make your way proper to the leadership of this small tribe, we'll call session here.
I have thoughts.
Right? We're done, so.
I know. This definitely.